All right, all right, all right. Hey, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Nick, and you're tuned in to Nick at Night. And I want to talk about this whole situation with Young Miami and JT crashing out online and bringing their drama behind the scenes on the internet. And it all got started from Saucy Santana going back and forth with a Nicki Minaj stan page. Now, as of this video, they have made up. They topped everything off with saying I love you. The other one said I love you more, etc., etc. And it seems like they are cool again, okay, for y'all's sake. Now, with that being said, I think that's great for them. I think that, the internet will ignite some drama and put fire behind stuff and create issues where if it had not been for the internet, it really would not have probably necessarily been one. But I'm going to go through all of the tweets and read you guys everything that happened, and I'm going to give my opinion about it and tell you guys how I feel. I feel like there are a lot of elementary, middle school, high school, immature ass takes on this topic, and I feel like grow up. And mind you, I don't know if it's because I'm an only child that I have this take, but a lot of the stuff that I be seeing online, oh, she didn't jump in this issue, and she didn't jump in on this issue, and I'd be like, how old are we? Are we 12? Are we 15? Are we 18? I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd be like, how old are we? Then I have to realize that there are a lot of young kids that are commenting on these adult situations, and sometimes I be baffled that I be going to certain profiles and it actually be adults, because I be thinking like, okay, this is a child, that's why they have this immature take, and then you'd be surprised when you go to their profiles and you find out that they're literally adults, and I just be like, damn, this is crazy. Because me, I've been out of school almost it's almost 20 years, okay, 20 years. 20 years I almost been out of school. So when I be seeing some of the stuff that people be saying, I be like, and then also I be thinking, anyway, I'll give more opinions in a bit, but let me just go through all of the goings-ons and how things transpired, and let's give what is going on. Let's roll. Let me make myself a little bit smaller over here. Okay. And let's see what's going on. So it started out with this. It was somebody talking to Saucy Santana and Young Miami, or started off with Young Miami. And so Young Miami, she tweeted question mark, right? And then so the Nicki Minaj stan page called Sleaze Mirage, they said, you so late. She said, LOL. He said, the clueless role is getting tired, very. Now, I'm guessing this stems from the fact that JT and Glorilla had their back and forth. Young Miami didn't really say anything, so now she's tweeting and saying question marks, and people are feeling like she should have chimed in on that situation. Now, let's continue. So, Saucy Santana jumps in, and he jumps in a little later, but let's continue. So, the guy says, the clueless row is getting tired, very. And then Young Miami responds, and she says, about what exactly? Put it on the floor. What's tea? And then he said, you know you're a weirdo. You came on here putting LOL in the middle of JT arguing like, girl, you see it. One thing about them Aquarius women. So then Saucy Santana came to basically check him and say, stay in your Tory lanes, B. So then the Nicki Minaj stan page replies and says, oh, baby, them RCA checks slowed down and you have enough time to come engage in something on Twitter, because when them allegations was flying around about Little Miss Pissy, we ain't see nothing. So Saucy Santana said, my agents call me every other day with an inquiry or a check for the doll. How does Stan Twitter pay? There will be a TV show to address things you are so heavily invested in, interested in. Tune in. Now, if you guys don't know, Young Miami has a TV show that she has been filming, and that has been in the works for quite some time. So I'm guessing they're doing similar to the Kardashians, where the Kardashians don't really address the stuff that's going on online. They wait for their TV show to air and they address everything that way. So that is pretty much what Saucy Santana is saying here, that they have a TV show. They so invested in a drama, things is going to get addressed then. So then JT jumps in the mix and she says, and I better not be mentioned since I'm not in an episode. Nothing should be addressed without me. Who are you? You done gave yourself a position of power? You're not my power of attorney. Sit your ass down. So that is what she says to Saucy Santana. So that would allude that, you know, all the while that Miami has been filming this TV show, they have not been cool all of that time, being that that's supposed to be her best friend, and she's not in not one episode. Okay, so she says that. So then Saucy Santana says, sheesh, I thought he was talking about Puff and those allegations just like the rest of the world. What the fuck are you talking about? So after that, Young Miami goes for JT because she inserted herself into the Twitter feud between Saucy Santana, her, and the Nicki Minaj fan page. So Young Miami says, a B been sneak dissing me for weeks and I ain't say ish. What a B mad at me for? Okay? And then JT says, okay, Miss Mama, this your last day playing dumb. Glock loaded with an extended clip. So then she put, what happens in the dark always comes to light. Young Miami says, I ain't jealous of a soul. I'm always like, go be go. I clap for everybody. I show love to everybody. It ain't a beat I haven't shown love to. JT says, it'll be too much for me to tweet. I would like a sit down. Carisha, please. And this time, leave Santana home. So she's saying, listen, bring me on the show. Let's talk about it. Let's air it out. So then she says, I know I come off crazy, but never in my life did no whack-ish to this girl. She literally enjoys seeing me being dragged. When people show me love, she goes crazy and call it a hate train. But like I said, we could sit and talk about it. So then she says, and I was for sure there for her from the beginning, but y'all will see this in time that I'm not. Never was and never will be the problem. Have a nice day. Somebody responded and they said, Miami is really going through something. You just responding to a stranger on Twitter. You're pathetic. And then she said, and I was for sure there for her from the beginning, blah, blah, blah. And then so Young Miami says, LOL, here we go. Okay. For you to come on here and try to play victim is crazy, Jatavia. You've been sneak dissing me for the last couple of days. I haven't said ish back to you. You made 2 whole songs dissing me, and I still rapped your ish with my chest and showed love. So what's the real problem here? You let the internet put in your head that I'm jealous of you when you know I'm the one that always pushed us. You have resentment towards she said, I'm the one who always pushed us. You have resentment towards two, and that's okay. I don't know. You know, when we be mad, we be typing fast. She said, a bitch trying to kick me while I'm down and play into these narratives is dangerous when I've been nothing but a friend to you. Then JT says, which songs was about you? No Bars and Sideways. Girl, the internet told you which songs was about you. The one saying it's a city girl-ish when it ain't a city girl-ish, that was released under City Girls. Or the one that say riding solo, but I'm still in a group. Get your phone back from whoever this is, baby. Don't play with me. And then she said, oh, wow, you're really losing it if you thought this was not this was not speak to me about it. You came on here and said LOL so people can ask you why you wasn't defending me. Attention seeking as usual. Okay, so this is JT and Saucy Santana going back and forth, but we'll go to that in a second. So JT says, you looking for a way out your situation. Who was the first person called you when it all started? You a sad effing case. Young Miami said a B trying to, well, she was responding to Young Miami saying, a B trying to kick me while I'm down and play into these narratives is dangerous, da, da, da. So that's what she's responding to. And then to JT saying, who was the first person to call you? Young Miami responds and say, not you. You weird, but always want to act like I'm a weirdo. You always mad. It's always a problem. And all I try to do is push you to tell you the ish. You could rap. You should model, etc. You always mad. You doing your ish as you should. Congratulations. But somehow you still mad at? Okay. So they was going back and forth. A lot of people started to insert their opinions into their situation. And most people's takes is anytime your friend is getting into it with somebody, you're supposed to blindly jump into their argument. Now, me, I was raised a little bit different. I was raised in a family of fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have never been like a fighter like that to just always be just, getting into fights and all that. But I have been into fights several times. But I come from a family of fighters that just are on go. And it has always been have my back, but don't jump in my shit. I can hold my own. Like, I've always come from a family that could hold their own. So when I be seeing people who have these takes of you supposed to jump in somebody's stuff, I be like, why don't y'all have that same energy, vice versa, if we're having these childish, immature type of, if we're going to have these immature takes about it. Now, if I'm getting into it, so I'll give you an example of when it's time for your friend to jump in your bullshit that you have going on online, okay? So if I get into it with somebody and it's me and a female arguing, that's considered one-on-one fight. Okay? Similar if we throwing hands, it's one-on-one. Okay? If another bitch jump in, then we all jump in. That's just how it goes. But if it's one-on-one, why do you need me to jump in when you can hold your own? Similar to in real life. That's how I feel about real life. If I could hold my own, I don't need you to jump in. I got this. I don't need you to jump in my shit. Okay? Now, if another bitch jump in, then you tag that hoe. Okay? Similar to when JT and Glorilla was going back and forth, then Akbar jumped in, and then Glorilla best friend jumped in as she should. That's kind of how it should go. Like, if JT eating up Glorilla eating up JT, they both going bar for bar. Why does anybody else need to jump into that? That's two grown women having a discussion or a disagreement or issue. Two small itty bitty females who look like they both look like they 4'11". They both should be able to, handle whatever. Somebody said I was raised to pack motherfuckers out. I learned that as a kid. Well, that's how you grew up. I did not. My family, they be whooping motherfuckers ass, period. And that mentality is weird to me. I think jumping people is weak. That's not how I was raised. I was always raised that jumping people was that's what weak bitches do. That's and no shade to how you was raised. That's how you was raised. That's just not how I was raised. Because again, I came from a family of fighters, and they most definitely held their own. And when it was somebody who jumped in, then we all coming. So that's just how I was raised. We all have been like a very, very, very strong unit. Like, anytime even if we not on good terms, anytime there is word that somebody done stepped out of line, like it's 2-on-1 or anything like that, then we're all gonna come. But if it's one-on-one situation, my family done already won the situation more than likely. So it's like, what do we need to jump in for? You know? That's just how I was raised. Now, if your family raised that, that's on y'all. That's just not how I was raised. That's not the mentality I was raised on. So, that's just that. Somebody said, I agree. It might just be an only child thing. Well, again, I have family members who are not only children, and we've all been that way. So, moving on. I think that's, anyway, moving on. So, a lot of people have had this take about, she always supposed to be, her lapdog, jump into her shit anytime, any place or whatever, even if she's handling it, even if she's annihilating a person. I feel like that's ridiculous. But I feel like if we're going to have this type of take, and you so about it for your people, you so about it for your bitch, you pack motherfuckers out, you do this, you stand beside your people, then why y'all didn't have that same energy when she started linking up with Nicki Minaj? Nicki Minaj made it very clear that she cool with JT, but she don't fuck with Young Miami. So by y'all logic of how you supposed to hold your family down, how you supposed to be, down, whatever, linking up with somebody who don't fuck with your bitch, that's not oppy to y'all. But her not jumping in to an argument that she is actively holding down is op behavior. But linking up with somebody who made it clear that she don't fuck with your bitch. But anytime that the girl that don't F with your bitch got something going on, you windmilling for her, going hard for her, but you silent when your top dog get into some stuff, but then y'all think that her dog was supposed to always jump into her stuff. I mean, let's really shake the table if we gonna shake the table and we gonna talk about some stuff, because that's oppy to me. If we talking about how you supposed to be, code of conducts, how friendships is supposed to go, that's not weird. But jumping into a argument that she didn't need help with is weird. Again, I see a lot of people were raised different, and maybe it's because I'm an Aquarius too. Maybe I see the way, what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, but the mentality that I be seeing people have, it just be real weird to me. But then I have to realize that a lot of these mentalities come from people who are idol worshiping human beings. Now me, I am a blogger. I talk about celebrities. I talk about what's going on in pop culture, news, trending stories, all of those things. But I come from it from a point of, somebody said, where's Uzi? And speaking of Uzi, what about when Uzi was on live with JT and he was how friendships handle that? When JT and Uzi was on live and he was talking greasy to Young Miami, and JT didn't check him. Anyway, so, I forgot what I was saying before I said that. Oh, stan culture. So, a lot of what be going on in these comments, it really be coming from a place of stan culture to me. And it's really, really dangerous to put certain people on a godlike pedestal, because the same standards that you have for anybody else, y'all will not have them with people that y'all idolize, people that y'all don't know. And a lot of people are just blindly just caping for anybody that aligns with a certain celebrity without just looking at the situation in totality. Everybody is grown. Everybody living their lives. Everybody, like, we're not children anymore. Okay? We're not kids anymore. Everybody has their individual lives. Now, me as a grown adult, JT is entitled to have a relationship with Nicki Minaj as long as Nicki Minaj don't disrespect, you know, Young Miami in her presence. But if we're going with these immature logics of how y'all think, she should have never even, if you don't fuck with my bitch, why we ain't starting there when we have these takes? Anyway, that's all. That's it. But I'll bring some of y'all up. I said on the Shade Room, the Barbs. Hold on, let me go to it. Let me see exactly what I said, baby. Hold on. Oh, let me finish reading the tweets because I stopped reading some of them. Oh, let me see what I said. I said, only the Barbs think JT is not the problem. They have to blindly kiss ass for their leaders' associations behind. Okay? And I said what I said. I stand on it. And somebody in the comments gonna say, don't cry when the Barbs come for you. I mean, I am not scared of the Barbs. Like, y'all dox people. All y'all do is get mad at somebody's opinion because they don't kiss the same ass that you kiss and say, you know what? I'm really upset that they don't think like me and they don't kiss the same person ass. So let me go and expose them. Let me go and share their phone number or their address to the world. Like, child, I'm not scared of that. And I'm not going to not share my opinion because that's what y'all do. I'm not gonna not be me or authentically me and live my life in fear and not share how I feel because y'all think, okay, she don't kiss her ass, she don't kiss the same ass as me. Let me look up her phone number. Let me look up her address. Let me share. Like, child, please. That don't scare me. Okay? God got it. God got it. I feel protection around me. There is a orbit of protection, that is around me. That don't scare me. That don't scare me. I'm good. I am living good. I am perfectly covered by the blood of Jesus, and I am gonna be okay. And I'm gonna share my opinion just like everybody else. Somebody said they just grew apart and that's what happens with friends sometimes. I agree. I feel like they have grown apart. And I think that because of the internet, they have grown further apart because everybody makes you pick a side. You got to pick this side, pick that side. You got to, you know what I'm saying, do this and that. And it's like, we gonna grow. We gonna have ebbs and flows. We gonna have, we gonna have moments where, I don't like your nigga that you with right now. Talk to me when he out the picture. I still love you though. If somebody fuck with you for real, if it's really smoke, cause that's the other thing too. This internet back and forth stuff, that don't be like true smoke to me. That be motherfuckers just getting online, chit-chatting. Now, if it's really, really smoke and somebody really, like, we really out here throwing hands for real, and somebody playing with you for real, your life is in jeopardy. They causing harm to your home. They causing, you know what I'm saying, not just a bitch talking shit online. If it's really smoke, bitch, I got you. That's how friendships go. You know what I'm saying? But let me hear what some people have to say. But like I said, they end up making up. They had a phone call, and as they were tweeting back and forth, they must have had a phone call, and JT said the following. Hold on, let me click on it the right way. All right, so JT posted, if I'm ever mad, I have a reason to be behind closed doors. You have done stuff to me that you think I should just get over. You never come to my defense when I would literally took a bullet for you. When CP popped off, I was there first episode, and when someone canceled, I showed up in a red wig. Keep calling me mad like the internet do, but you know me, my heart pump gold. I wish you the best always. I love how fast you got on here behind Santana. Okay, so she was like, girl, you done got here behind Santana real quick, but you don't be that fast behind me. And it's like, girl, do you be that fast behind her? As fast as you be behind Nicki Minaj? I mean, I don't ever see it, but anyway. Young Miami said, Jatavia, we just got off the phone. I'm so confused. Now we back to the internet? I'm so confused. Now we back to the internet? And then she said this tweet was before the phone conversation. I don't know why it didn't go through. Maybe because everyone blowing up my phone and it still stands. I'm glad to see you know how to respond. You nonchalant about everything else. Young Miami said, Jatavia, I love you. I'm moving on. Okay, like, girl, moving on. I am moving on. Hold on, let me make sure y'all seen it. All right, so this is the tweet right here. Okay. And then JT responded, and she said, I love you more. I actually love you the most. And that is how they ended the feud. Now, I'm glad that they was able to be mature about it. It sounds like JT is really feeling some type of way that Young Miami defends Santana but doesn't jump in and defend her. But I feel like, I don't remember the last time she ran to the internet to defend Young Miami the way that she run to defend Nicki Minaj either. So it's like it be the pot calling the kettle black, or it be people expecting or having expectations for people that they don't uphold themselves, which be weird to me. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it down below. Let's pull up some people to talk about it. Okay, and you can have a difference of opinion than me. So if you are a barb, if you are not a barb and you still have a difference of opinion, we could talk about it. The only thing that we're not going to do, I'm not about to argue with none of y'all about my opinion, though. That's what we're not doing. Okay? So I'm going to open up the StreamYard. Hold on, let me fix this camera. Let me fix this camera real quick. Okay, let me fix this camera. But yeah, I welcome all opinions. We could get into it, talk about it. Let's talk about it. But I'm not about to argue with y'all, though. The minute y'all come up here, why did it mess up again? The minute y'all come up here thinking I'm about to argue with y'all, we gonna shut it down because, baby, we're not doing all that. Hold on. What the frick? What the? All right, hold on. Let me drop the link. And I'm finna fix this camera again. I don't know why it was T. You said you like it. Hold on, I don't like it though. Hold on, let me fix it real quick. And if it don't fix, then we just gon' okay. What is going on? There we go. Courtney, hello. I think you was the one who said the comment on the shade room, if I'm not mistaken. Hello.
What comment?
Oh, it
No.
wasn't you. Her profile looked like yours. Go ahead.
Oh, Um, I was just coming up to say, I agree with you. I think, but I'm older too. I'm in my 30s,
Okay.
so I don't understand the whole. Um, hold on, let me. I think I still have my other one playing. Hold on. Okay, I don't understand the whole. Um, Miami never defends JT online. I don't know what the heck people are talking about. Now, like a year ago, they both used to defend each other. All this when something happened, they would both jump in when
Mm-hmm.
it was one of them. Lately, neither one of them defend each other online. So I don't get what people are saying. JT, when is the last time? What? Put the tweet in the chat. When is the last time JT defend? They've been calling her ex-worker for the last few weeks and all kinds of stuff, dragging her with Diddy. JT ain't open her mouth. So what are y'all talking about?
Right. That's the thing that I'd
And
be like,
I'm just
what?
like, these are grown women. These are grown women. Every time my homegirl hops online, if it's especially if it's not in person and on site, if every time they hop online, no, you will be a fool to get online behind them every time they hop online. This girl got 2 kids at home. She needs to tend to her kids and not be worried about what JT arguing about online every 5 minutes. That makes no sense. Second, it's really a situation. If you look at the comments, like on the blogs, it depends on who likes Nicki Minaj. To be honest, I don't dislike Nicki, but her fan base is like obsessed and delusional. Um, Again, I don't
Issa
dislike
is
Nicki,
making
but
smirks down there. You a Barb?
they are. He got to be.
He making
No, no, no,
smirks.
no.
So,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not a Bart. No, I'm not a Bart.
but the fan base,
I
the
like
fa-
them all, but I'm not a Bart.
Okay,
the
it was when she was saying that you start making faces.
the fan base is delusional. Like they keep a lot of mess going. And a lot of people that are defending JT are fans of Nicki. So they really didn't like JT. Like I was a City Girl fan from day one. JT was my favorite. Like I was on the free JT wave. JT the one got the bars. I was on that whole way. But when she wrong, she's wrong. JT went too low for that to be your friend and a group member. The shade that she threw online when y'all know y'all have each other's number, the shade, she could have said something back, but the shade that you threw in the low blows, it was too low for me. That's not a friend. Like I don't care what nobody say. That's not a friend. That's some animosity you've been holding in. Um, you seem to be mad about nothing. You're mad about Santana, but Santana comes behind Miami. When Academics was on Miami head, who came out? Santana. So
Right.
of course I mean, so I don't get what the people that ride it with JT, and like I said, she used to be my favorite. I don't get it. I don't, and this is somebody that loved her down. I
Right.
don't
Right.
get it. I see her in the wrong, and I'm gonna call it out.
All right, stay up there, Courtney. Issa, go ahead and talk. And your thing was a little low when you did start talking, so speak up a little bit or turn your volume up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's just a little low, but go ahead.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Well, first off, I want to say thank you for having me on. I really am a fan of your show.
Oh, thank you.
Um, yeah. But yeah, I like them all. I like Krisha and I like JT. I just feel like they shouldn't have brought that beef to the internet like that. What it wasn't brought. Well, somebody just felt some type of way about it, and I just felt like it just should have been a phone conversation. But like everyone's been saying, it's been some animosity going on, and this kind of confirmed like everything that people just been whispering about something being going on between JT and Carisha, and it was not a good look, especially for them to be a duo. It was just not a good look, and it just confirms everything that everybody's been talking about. They just should have handled this offline. Just talked about it and just stopped going to social media with everything. Like people are rooting for their downfall
They
for real.
are. They've been
And
trying to pit them to against each other from the beginning. Like, oh, JT's the one who could rap. She should go solo. And oh, Young Miami has the personality. She should go, leave JT behind. Like they would try to put them against each other to try to get them to break apart no matter what. Like each time that either one of them drops a solo project, they always try to talk about who's talented, who's not talented, who this, who that. And they have been, like you said, looking for their downfall for the longest. Go ahead, finish, continue.
yeah, that's pretty much like I'm not going to bring in the Nicki stuff. Like, is the bottom line is they've been tight, they've been cool, Some people saying that it's the industry getting between them. Is everything like it's just a part of Hollywood, honestly, and just the music industry. Like, just stuff gets between people. You just got to have a really strong mind to not let that stuff get in between y'all. Just like, it's kind of off topic, just like kind of like Beyonce and Kelly Rowland and Michelle and them. Like, people say stuff all the time about them, but they don't let that get to them to ruin the friendship that they have.
Right.
And I just think like again, they grew up through a time where social media was on a rise. They didn't really have social media back then, but now, you know, social media is present. It's really easy to misconstrue things and let the fans get in your head and let you think otherwise. And I just wish the best for both of them. I just hope that this all just blows over and just they reunite and, you know, they just be sisters again, because it's just too much going on. It's too much. But that's all I have to say.
Right, right. What had happened was, Blog.
I'm here.
Hey, girl, what's up? What's your thoughts?
Okay, well, I like both of them, honestly. Like, I don't really have a one or the other, but then I don't like neither one of them at the same time, if that makes sense, because I feel like equally, I'm just being for real. I feel like equally when they first came out, you know, Carisha held it down. The other, JT, she went in, she did her time, she came back, and they were like together, or it seemed like they were together. But I just wanted to say, I feel like the Uzi, Diddy, Santana like portion of it all has more to do with, and the fans, or I don't know if it's fans, internet, I call it groupthink, like when everybody gets to saying whatever they feel, and then the person changes their own mind or just thinks whatever everybody feels. Like, do I think that JT has taken up for Carisha? Yes. Everybody keeps saying about the Gina thing with her and the Diddy. Yes, she did go online and was like, "Oh, forget her. Don't go so hard." Yes. Do I feel like
that was also a long time ago, though?
But it still is an instance. I'm just giving examples of both of them.
I got examples of when Miami.
No, let me complete my thought. I also feel like JT, Carisha has held it down for JT when she had things going on, and she spoke up for her. And I also feel like she has kept her encouraged, like, do all these things. You should be out there more, right? But I don't feel like I feel like they giving us like the light of the problem. Like, the actual problem is they in two different type of relationships. Carisha is a fun girl. She like to do what she like to do. She's young, she's fun, even if she had kids or not. She lived her life how she chooses to live her life and her lifestyle. Judge her or not, she living free and fun. JT has more of a reserve. Maybe her things that she been through keeps her more of a homebody, but that's her choice. And I don't judge her either, but I feel like they judge each other for it. And they don't even talk to each other more than they talk to the internet about it. Like, I feel like JT mad she wasn't on the show. But then Carisha shady for not having her on the show. Like, so it's like, girl, why don't y'all call each other and argue amongst yourselves?
Right. Yeah. So that definitely is an issue. If I'm supposed to be your best friend, you filming a whole show and I'm not on it. But then it's like, are you not on it because you made yourself not available to be on it?
Right.
Or are you not on it because I was moving funny? They would have to clarify that. But since they have, patched things up, we're not going to probably know the true ins and out of that. But
yeah,
I agree with you as far as like, they both have their things about them that ultimately can just grow you apart naturally, because it's like you go to high school with each other, you have similar interests, and then you grow up, you get a man, your friend's still single, partying, living a good life, you married, got kids, like your lives kind of just naturally go in a different direction. And it's no tea, no shade. Like, I still love you. We just live in two different lives. Right. And that's really essentially kind of what has gone on before our eyes between the two. And I think there is a lot of pressure for JT to, if I'm going to be honest, I feel like I understand her defensiveness when it comes to people bringing up the comment and saying, oh, you need to be grateful of Young Miami. You need to be, basically bowing down to her because she held the group down while you were in jail, da da da.
Right.
And I understand JT feeling like, hold up, homie, like I'm the writer of the group. I wrote my rhymes. I did my part in my contribution to the group. Like, don't try to discredit me to big somebody else up or feel like I need to kiss their ass or whatever, because we both had a contribution and we both played our part to this. And I feel like because so many people try to put them against each other as it pertains to that segment of their glow up, I think that it naturally made her look at Young Miami a certain type of way. And it even further with her relationship with Santana. When her and Santana, Young Miami and Santana first start going viral, they would have their little inside jokes, their funny moments. A lot of people would just talk about JT for no reason. And they'd be like, they need their own show and leave JT out of it because she's not, silly or funny or whatever. Like, she's so mean or whatever. And this was before the JT we see now. Now, JT has always had a serious personality. And honestly, if I'm being honest, my personality and JT personality probably are similar. Like, I have fun, but I'm more laid back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be chilling.
Going to jail. Like, your personality plus having to add jail on top of it, you probably a little, I don't know, just not ready for the world in that way. Like, they don't get no training or nothing.
Right.
And even what Young Miami, some things she says, I feel like, yes, it's cool to be fun, but now they like digging up all this other stuff that, I mean, we probably all said some stuff like that in our 20s or, but it's like they just not media trained or mindful of the things. But also, I feel like JT, if I'm being like 1,000 with it, she got a whole lot of like, stank on it and a whole lot of like dip on her chip. But like when
that's
continuously
like JT has always had like a little, feistiness to her. But recently
I'm just talking
she
about
has gone from feisty to complete like mean girl. Like,
I'm just saying, like, if I have a spicy way, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little spicy, but anything that I feel, I'm very direct. Like, if I feel any way about my friends, they know first before anybody else he could say anything about it. Like, be direct. If you're mad you're not on the show or whatever, they should have had that conversation. One or the other should have been like, shady, all that. It should have been a phone call. Like, that don't make no sense. That's too long of a drag. That's not communication. That's not standing up for yourself or nothing. Now you just blowing up, but you got a lot of mouth.
Say that last part again. What'd you say?
She's blowing up continuously. Like, I'm not even, like I said, I don't pick neither side, but she's overtly letting us know it's a problem there. But she's not picking up the phone and let her friend know, listen, why I'm not on the show. That's the first thing I would have said to my friend. Oh, you funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, say it, be direct. So therefore, that part of it is deaded. There's nothing nobody else could say about it if y'all have already had that communication.
Right. Yeah, that's true too. But your thing is breaking up, mamas. I don't know what's going on with it.
That's what I really wanted. That was the only point I really wanted to make anyway. Besides, one more last part is the Diddy. Like, I feel like they're not really gonna be able to say like the comfortability of JT being around Diddy, and what was Uzi really mad about? Did it have anything to do with them having to be a sponsorship for Diddy and all these things and having to do the most, and JT really pulling back? I don't know. I feel like it's something that they're not really saying, never gonna say. But that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
All right. Bye. Y'all stay there. Is there anybody else who wanted to chime in before we part? Courtney, is there anything that you wanted to add?
I just want to say, like the last part you guys were talking about, like I agree with for the most part, but just my assessment, I feel like JT going to prison. When JT went to prison, she kind of, it was all on Miami to do the performances and network and put them out there. So Miami kind of got ahead because she was the face of the group for a while by herself. Mm-hmm. When JT got out of prison, she mentioned online several times that she had anxiety. She didn't like being out in the public. She wasn't comfortable. Miami seems to have a more outgoing. She likes the attention. She likes to be outside, personality. So I can't say that Miami was taken off without her, but are you to hold yourself back because the other person is not ready? You know what I mean? Like if y'all have these opportunities and your name is popping, your name is not gonna pop forever in the entertainment industry.
Mm-hmm.
So while you're popping, go on and take those opportunities. I understand that you may have anxiety or something. Get a coach, get somebody out there with you to help you get yourself out there. So I don't necessarily think it was a thing of Miami trying to leave her behind, but she publicly said these things. I have anxiety. I don't like to be outside. I don't, when I get comfortable, I want to release this, but I'm not comfortable right now. So what was Miami supposed to do?
Right, right.
She says
That's
it in
my
her songs too. Based off what Courtney said, she says in her songs too. I've been playing her music, streaming her JT's music a lot, because just to support her. But she says it. If you listen to the lyrics, she talks about her anxiety and all that stuff. So it's no secret.
Yeah, and so what I was saying when I was talking to the other lady is that I feel like that kind of made JT feel some type of way a long time ago. Like way back when Carisha and Saucy Santana used to consistently go viral all the time, it made her start to feel like, a certain type of way. And we started to see certain enhancements, certain things, her trying to come out of her shell certain type of ways. But since we've seen her coming out of her shell certain type of ways and wanting the best for her, to me, she has actively became like from just being a typical standoff-ish girl, because that's me. Like I'm not really like a buddy. I'm not really like you know what I'm saying? I'm like a no new friends type, but I'm cool. Like if you say what's up to me, I say what's up to you. If you cool with me, I'll be cool with you, but I'm still kind of like standoffish. You know what I'm saying? She has gone from just a regular standoffish person to total mean girl. Like every single clip that you see JT recently going viral is her snapping, yelling, like rolling her eyes, and it be stuff that is like, you do gotta check people. People will play with you, but it's to the point to where it's what? Hand me that. What? Go ahead. It's to the point to where it's extreme, and it's getting to the point to where it's like, what's really going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on in her world? Because it's really getting from one thing to like extreme. And it now with this whole blow up between her and Young Miami, it's like, what's really going on behind the scenes? Because it's not just Young Miami that she's having an issue with. JT is having an issue with literally every other day. It's her arguing, snapping, fighting somebody. So I don't know. Let's see what some of the I'm talking about JT interview with DJ Angie. You said, is this background real? No, this is a green screen. Is there anybody else who wanted to come up? We about to end it pretty soon. Issa, was there anything else you wanted to add?
No, just pretty much, I just hope the best for them. I hope that they're actually trying to mend their friendship. But I mean, like you said, friends, they do grow apart, but it's just a lot going on. It's just a lot of people in their heads right now, and it was bound to blow up. It was just bound to blow up, and I think JT just felt some type of way when Saucy said something. And like people said, like she probably had felt some type of way about him too, about how close he's been with Young Miami as well. So it's just things just blew up out of proportion, and it's just they just need to handle things offline. They need to handle things offline, and then come back with the album.
Yeah, come back with the album for sure. I like the fact that they're able to experience what life is like, because sometimes, honestly and truthfully, you take motherfuckers for granted sometimes. And so with everybody in their ears saying how much they need to go solo, they need to do this, they need to do that, I think it's good that they both go on their separate journeys And sometimes you go on your separate journey and you realize that you let a motherfucker trick you out of a bag and you really are stronger together. Sometimes people are stronger apart, but honestly, I feel like they're stronger together. I think that they balance each other well. I don't really think that Miami makes the greatest rapper, but where she lacks in rapping, she makes up for in personality and the fun that she brings to it. Now, JT is not the most fun person, but she's able to rap and really spit, some music and really deliver her lyrics really well. And I think together they are a really good unit. Now, when they're apart, when Miami tries to rap and do a solo thing herself and she's trying to rap and she's Bella Noche's, it don't really translate well by herself. You know what I'm saying? And when JT does her records, she did a record, I think, with Cali, which was really good. But when she does her pure 100% records by herself, they don't really stick that good to me. It's like, yeah, she raps good, but it's not really making me really feel it because she's missing that, that charisma that really like draws you in. So I feel like they balance each other to where they're better together. So I think, yeah, go about y'all, see that shit ain't sweet and the grass ain't always greener on the other side, so that y'all could come back, like Issa said, and drop a good project. Okay. And
mic drop.
I agree 100%.
We'll end the show right there. Unless Courtney, you wanted to add something else, then we'll end right there.
I'm done. I agree 100%. I hope they never do this online again, and they, mend it, and they come back hard. They come, even if it's one more City Girl album, they come out harder than ever, and let it go like that. Don't let their legacy die with some tweets online.
Right. All right, y'all. It seemed like the rest of y'all scared to come up, so we gonna be out, and I'll talk to y'all on the next one.